What's up, my folks? I hope everyone is doing good. Gave her an old boot. I know that's probably not smart, but she seems to like it. I hope y'all are doing good. I've been going through some emails. I got a bunch more I missed, and I got a lot of text messages and phone calls today, too. Um, and I appreciate all the nice comments and everything, guys. But I want y'all to know that it's y'all. Y'all make this channel. I'm just on here running my clam eater. You know what I'm saying? It's you guys that make the channel, man. I feel we got one of the best communities on the uh, on the whole thing. So I'm proud to have y'all. It's all about you, and I appreciate all the comments, and I appreciate you guys all. You know, getting with me and stuff like that. I've met a bunch of you guys now. We got some really good folks in here. And like I said, I'm proud to have y'all on, and it's all y'all, and I appreciate everything. But anyway, on that, I want to say to the guys that's going to that are trying to get the magazine going, Nick and them, please, guys, hurry up. This is all fine and dandy, but I'm not sure how much longer this will be friendly, to us. When does it stop? I've already gotten a couple little things for showing two dogs locked up and breeding locked up too. Not even. So I don't know how long this will be available to us. So a magazine would be really good with a subscription list. Like certain people, it'd be really nice to have a good magazine. So yeah, if you guys could get on that, I'm sure we could get plenty of subscribers on here to make it worth your while. I know people are wondering about that, but I've had a ton of interest in that. I've just quit promoting it because I know you said it was taking a lot longer than you thought to get things going. But you guys can rest assured, I think you'll be okay on your subscriptions. There's a lot of folks asked about it, but that way we can still communicate and have our community no matter what happens in the future. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about an email that I got from a fellow, and it really it struck home because it was kind of, man, it sounds a lot like what happened with me. Okay, um, I it's a younger guy, and that you younger guys watch this video might learn a few things, because accidents do happen. All right, they're not planned. That's why they're called accidents and things. Tragedies happen to people and dogmen. I've talked to quite a few of you guys have been through this boat, and some of the old timers on here will probably tell you the same thing I'm fixing to tell you. You asked me about getting rid of your dogs. I didn't even email you back because I was going to make this video on it to answer this, and I don't think you should get rid of your dogs. Now, the number of dogs you have is kind of stout. You might want to downsize. When I got in an accident, I crushed T9 through T7, and it fucked me up. Bad, and I blew out some discs in my lower back, broke some ribs and all that. I was young, strong, you know what I'm saying, so didn't really know much about what was going on with all that. I thought I just cracked some ribs, you know what I mean? They had me on pain medication, and I didn't have no damn tolerance to it back then. I was just 24 years old, and so I was all fucked up high all the time on it and didn't realize how bad it was at first, So, yeah, I understand everything you're talking about, but you got to understand you're just now getting off on this, getting into it. Keep your dogs around. You may want to downsize. I had 28 when I started. I ended up with 11 after it happened. I got down to 11 dogs. I kept 11 of the best ones in the bunch and went from there on. But if you get ready, you're going to find out who your friends are regardless. But them dogs may be the only thing that keeps you going during certain times of this, okay, with bad things. If I'm not telling you to let your dogs sit out there and do neglect, but you might have to do it like I do. Do one dog at a time, man. Just get out there and clean out one area at a time. It's 4:30 now, and I'm just pretty much I still got to finish this little spot here for her, and that's it. It takes all day sometimes. Just go in, rest when you got to, but don't get rid of them. Keep on going with them. It'll keep you grounded, keep you sane, keep you going, looking forward to something. Plus, you can't let yourself get wrapped up in other stuff now, because this is when They're going to try to get you on the paint. They want to try to chain your ass to a pill bottle next, which then they can control whatever your aspect is. My advice to you is get through the majority of it and get through what you got to do. Now I do facet injections now. They seem to help me a lot. Later on, you might want to consider something like that. It's, I go every couple months and get shots in between my spinal cord, but that seems to help me, whereas I've been through all the other shit you're talking about, and it's just one thing or another. Think of crayfish and Tom and take the fish away. That's my advice to you. I know a lot of people here said stuff about it, but that's my advice to you too. You'll be able to get your life back on track and not have to rely on them. Figure out something else like them shots, man. That ain't no big deal. You can just go in there, you get shots, kind of sore for a little while, and then you're good. But don't give up your dogs. Downsize where your wife can help you handle them, and just carry on, Bubba. Don't give up. All right, now I've had a lot of questions about stud dogs. I've had several people asking me lately about Buster. Is he's at stud? No, he's not at stud. He was hit and miss last time I bred him. He did good with one, but a few days later I tried him another one, which wasn't enough time. But I'm just gonna use him on my bitches, because I can't guarantee that it's going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep him for my select bitches, and I don't want to sell any of the frozen, no. As far as Rusty, yes, Rusty's the only dog on my yard to open. Tank's not open to stud. He's not at stud. Trouble's definitely not at stud. That said, okay, my buddy who has Trouble sire, who I got Trouble from, has his sire over there who produces a phenomenal bulldog. He will stud him to select bitches. And he is bred very, very well. He's especially for a lot of you guys that are asking me to breed, he is off the yellow. He's off a yellow bull back to a Macho Bear Patrick bitch, and he produces a very, very good dog. Now I'd stand behind him because I've seen his offspring, and they've all been really true that I've seen. So if you want to breed to a stud like that down and can make it to Florida, that's the stud I would advise. For that blood, but Trouble is not available. But anyway, there was so many things I wanted to talk about on here, like production ability. People were asking me about that. Just some dogs have the ability to produce better than others. That's the easiest way to describe it. And because people can't understand. Bloodlines. Yes, bloodlines matter, but in the big scheme of things, certain people forget. Okay, certain bloodlines, certain strains really have the ability to reproduce themselves better than other strains. A lot of strains, like I've noticed, like the Buster strain, you're going to get certain traits from Buster, but you get a lot of the traits from the female. Where certain males, certain bloodlines even, I've noticed, have a real strong ability to reproduce what the male's like. Okay? So if that male, and you're just going by the paperwork, and people are just going by the paperwork, and he is not a good dog himself, or he's just an average dog, let's just say he's just an average dog, there's a good chance you're going to get a lot of just average dogs. You may get that one really good one every once in a while, but if you're breeding, and it may come from the bitch side too, but a lot of these bloodlines, the males, that you got to watch how they are and how they produce. And then you got to look at how the male's bred. Certain blood, like I said, I've read somewhere that Tom thinks that Garner thought that the Chinaman stuff himself produced a lot like the dame, like you know what I mean, like the other stuff you bred it to. And I've seen a lot of that in certain dogs. I see exactly what he means by that. So if you got a dog, regardless of how he's bred, if he is a cur, he's probably going to produce curs too. He may produce good dogs. I mean, this is the crapshoot of it, though. I have bred myself. I have bred to a cold dog and got really good dogs, real good usable dogs. But we also did get quite a few cold dogs off of him. You know what I'm saying? It was just worth the risk, because if you got 10 dogs, 5 of them would be good. You might get 5 colder dogs off of him, but 5 of them would be exceptional dogs, so it was still worth breeding him. That's another thing. People got to be realistic about it. Real great dogs don't come on every breeding regardless. That's the key. He's got to find those golden You got, they call them a golden pecker, man. You got to find those dogs with a golden pecker, and use those. And that's hard. It takes time, and people got to breed a lot. You don't hear about the good ones. Okay, some of these producers and these bloodlines and shit, a lot of people don't talk about the good ones coming off of it. They just talk about the bad one. That's what you hear about. So you just got to look at your dogs and see how they're producing for yourself. You know, if you go out, like people ask, do I ever go out of my yard to breed? Of course I do. I got several. I'm planning on going outside of the yard. I got a cattleman buddy down in Florida that's got a couple nice males. I'm gonna breed to one of his males. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not stuck on my own yard by no means. I just try to breed good bulldogs, regardless of who owns them. Seriously, regardless. I go to any. That's why it makes me so mad when people try to stir up shit. Cause who's to say I might not want to go over there and breed to them guys? You know what I'm saying? I don't close no doors. If I see something I like, I'll try to get it. You know what I mean? One way or the other. It's a nasty ass day. But yeah, there ain't no barriers for me in that. I don't have no grudges where I mean, there was a time, now I ain't gonna lie, there was certain dogs that I wouldn't touch because of bad taste in my mouth about the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, there was a time there were certain dogs I just wouldn't fuck with, and I did everything I could to make those dogs look bad when I could. You know what I'm saying? If they were in the fox pen, I tried to outrun their ass as hard as I could go. You know what I mean? But you know, it's just, that was part of the deal. But I don't never put anything past me going and getting something. You see what I'm saying? So I don't try to burn no bridges. You know, because 5 years from now, you're burning the people you fucking pissed on their boots. You might be kissing their ass. You know what I'm saying? So just remember that. But you know, but certain dogs, it's just the way of the game, man. Certain dogs are producing good and producing hot. Now, people are asking me about, like dogs I would recommend at stud. I would recommend that dog. The dog I just recommended, the Sire of Trouble, off of my yard. I'm thinking of yards that you can access, because just because I breed to some dogs don't really necessarily mean they're open to anybody else. Like the dogs I'm going to breed to later on, they're not going to be open to anybody else, period. I mean, some of this stuff's just on closed yards. That's the way they are. That's the way they want to keep it, and I respect that, you know. But like certain dogs that I know are hitting right now, that you can go and breed to, like I know that fucking Garner's Tramp Red Boy dog is producing decent dogs now. He's producing nice dogs. So that'd be another one that'd be pretty easy to get. I think there's I better not even say that because I don't know if he's open. But yeah, I mean, them two right off the top of my head, because a lot of people are asking about, they're sending me pedigrees of Red Boy type dogs and what I'd recommend if we had Red Boy dogs. I had several emails asking about it. Like I said, I don't have anything open, but those, I know that Garner's got that dog, and he's a Red Boy dog, and he's producing nice. There's several guys on here, I think, that run Red Boy dogs that are producing good. But I'm just thinking that, you know, you can go to Garner and breed, and you can go to my buddy down in Florida, and he'll probably have no problem with you if you got a good bitch. But you know, those are the only two that I can think of off the top of my head that I know of, that I've seen offspring of, and friends of mine have seen plenty of offspring of that have produced nice dogs that are open, available to the public. You know what I'm saying? So, and actually, Trouble Sire is not really available to the public. I'll kind of have to filter them out and send him the ones I think that'll get along with him. You know what I mean? So that's how this dog game works. It's just, there's rules of the game. But anyway, folks, y'all keep on bulldogging. I've run this thing long enough, and y'all stay safe, and you know, to that guy that's got that bad back, I feel you, man. I've been there, done that. I still do it every day. It won't never get better, regardless of what they say. That shit'll always hurt, especially on these rainy days. But it does get better, and you can't wrap up in other things. You know, don't let them get you hooked up on shit where you can't function properly. They'll try now. Don't let them do it. They'll try. They'll have you fucked up. They'll use you as a guinea pig, man. You'll be in there. Trust me, I know. You'll be in there at 2 o'clock in the morning pacing the floor, nerves out your fucking shit. It ain't no fun, man. So, y'all take care and keep on bulldogging, and you stay safe, brother.